Yuno now has the callback to Hage Village, and what's going on over there we know of, we have this stranger show up, calling for Master Yuno. And I've seen the theories online. I'm gonna be pretty quick into the topic and give my whole kind of like grasp and thoughts on this as of right now. What's it, Chapter 232? So, if you've been on my channel before, you've probably, or not, it doesn't really matter, seen my theory about Yuno that the reason that Yuno wasn't really controlled by enough, again, this is a theory before people try and correct me, that the elf within Yuno's body was always Yuno. Like, and something like, the Patry being inside William's body, being able to switch back and forth. I think it was always Yuno, in control. So he always had, he was that elf child, again, in theory, of Licht and Tedia, and unlike the other elves, like, he grew up knowing humans, and he knows that there are good humans and there are bad humans, so he didn't have that prejudice against them, he didn't have that hatred for them, and it would be a cool thing to have that, and then the person who originally, like, the soul that is the original person for the body, because in this theory, Yuno is the elf that took over the body, whereas the soul of the original body, is, as a lot of people speculate, given the whole like Master Yuno thing and the Dark Triad, they're similarly all siblings. They'll have that black hair, similar to Yuno, and the tie-in for that, again, theory, is that Yuno is going to be related to these characters. Now, here's the thing. Not Yuno, the character we know, is my theory. The soul of the body that he's inhabited. Again, imagine this. There's body, child. Elf soul goes in, keeps control. And so maybe the original person is related to the Dark Triad. And the thing about that I think it would be really cool, now keep in mind, this is a theory involving a theory. Regardless if it is, maybe that, maybe he is just, the character we know of, Yuno, is still this Dark Triad sibling, and it turns out the elf soul for Licht and Tedia's child is still in there, regardless of which. But I'm gonna look at this theory, okay? He's got demon, well, I guess he wouldn't be a demon person. He'd be of the family, and maybe they'd probably want to bring him in to give him demon powers. I know there's still a possibility that one day Yuno will get a 5-leaf Black Clover Grimoire, but as of right now, still 4-leaf. Now, if Yuno ends up having something like this, where he's not only, he's got Sylph, he's not only got, like, this connection to, the Elder Elf, big deal, Magic Emperor level character, Licht, and, everything that he's had, one, I think it would be really neat just to have that aspect of Yuno boosted up, because it would really complement more towards the way that he exists in the series and the way that Asta, competes, because the one thing between them that I always really like is that Yuno he's special. Obviously, he's very powerful. He's really good at learning and adapting. He's got his own traits that he's really good at, whereas Asta is a very hard worker. And it'd be cool if Yuno had like this other like trait where it's like, damn, that's an unfair kind of like backup or background power kind of thing, additional to what he's already got. When you find out some characters like some special bloodline or whatever, and you're like, damn, that explains this, this, and this, but it also hypes them up for the future. Whereas Asta, I still want Asta to never be in that position. I will always want him to, to be born of some, either a nobody bloodline or something like that, and then really like where he's at is all based off of his hard work and determination. And it would just kind of like further widen that kind of position, because it's got this other thing that makes that it has this special kind of trait that makes him so strong. But Asta is still in this, he has to work hard, he has to compete and keep up with all these special people. It would further, again, like I said, build up the base kind of layout between the main character and his rival. So it would also help get like a thing further in the future if he's gotta somehow get like this eventual other power up. It would help kind of where Asta is. Asta's got a devil's power, so we know that he's gonna be pretty big deal by the end of it, at least. He's not even counting for like well, we don't even know how powerful the anti-magic devil is. I mean, even if he's as powerful, you could just say like, oh, he's slightly stronger than the word devil. That's still above magic emperor level. So even if you just assume that, where Asta will be one day, that's still a really big deal. Like from what we know of right now in the Black Clover world. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts on this. I just think it'd be really neat if Yuno not only has, big deal ties to the elves, but big deal ties to the Dark Triad and the Spade Kingdom, just to widen that gap to further push like the kind of the theme of, the talented special of good blood and good birth kind of character versus the hardworking main character he's just about determination and what he can do to work hard in order to keep up with all of these gifted people. But other than that, comment below, like I said, thumbs up to people from the like button, the subscribe button, and check out my other videos. From that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. I thank you all for listening. Bye.